Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Now hopefully this is the last episode of the build series. Now, I'm pretty sure I can hear Woodsy's towing off in the distance. He's here to come pick the chopped L300 up, and we are going to head to PT Motorsport where the car is finally going to be completely wired to a professional level. So, without further ado, let's get into it. We've got Woodsy's towing behind us. We're just about to get to PT Motorsport. So what we're going to do is just unload it. I'll have a good talk to the old boss man. Hopefully I'll come back in midweek and we'll have a chat about what's been done and give you a tour of the workshop. So we'll see you then. Yes, bloody excited. All of the alloy stuff has turned up so I can finish off the passenger side of the Canopy. Massive shout out to Independent Sheet Metal. Like, I put my order in 2-3 days later, they call me up and say, hey mate, your stuff's ready, come and grab it. So I was here in 5 minutes. What I did get them to make me up, I got them to bend some of these. These are the shelves for the pantry. I don't know the heights yet, so they go in somewhere like that. What I might do is pre-drill a couple of holes up the side here, because we always know when we build something in the garage, it never works out right out on the road. You always want to change something, hence the whole reason why this has gone through its rebuild number 2. So yes, pantry, that'll be all done. I got them to make me up this big box. I did ask them not to TIG weld it, so I can do that. This is a massive box. I didn't really think it was going to be that big, but that means just store a lot more stuff. So in here will be pots, pans, cups, plates. I even think it's big enough where I could store some of my appliances like the air fryer and the toasting machine. Because before I used to have the appliances up on the shelf here, but if I can free that space up now by keeping everything in the drawer, then I'll be more than happy. I've got a shelf made up, 3mm alley, so it's pretty strong. That'll go up there. And yeah, so I'm not sure what else I'm going to put up here. I've tried a couple of different coffee machines and I'm not happy at the moment. I'm more of like, what do they call it, like a flat white where you have coffee and a lot of water and a dash of milk. I've got a coffee machine at home and you have a tiny bit of coffee and a whole heap of warmed up milk, which when you're going through 6 litres a week by yourself just on milk, 4 coffees, nah, I'm not up for that on the road. So yeah, might look at a drip filter coffee machine. So that will definitely fit in there perfect, and then I'll still have space for my carton of beers to sit in there. But from here on, I will start to pot rivet that shelf in. I got some of these bad boys a while ago and I haven't had any use for them, so these pot rivets, but they have like a massive head on them, so that should be good. So I'll smash that in the side there, and yeah, so from with the face as well, we'll have the oak along the front, and then I'll finish it off with one of these handles, and that should tie everything in together and look pretty bloody good. So I'm excited for this. Let's get into it. Another job I have to do, I cannot for the life of me find one of these for a 81 to 85 model. I've looked everywhere, I've posted on every single page on Facebook. Yeah, this one's out of a Star Wagon, and the biggest difference, or what they did, is change the blinker location, and on mine it's got the hazard switch at the top. The key thing's in the same spot, but as well this part here is for the steering wheel angle, and obviously on the car it's on the other side, so there's a lot of chopping I have to do to make this fit. I did have one originally for this. At that time I was in the double garage where room was very, very limited, and typical me, I sat this on the floor. Bloody hell. Sat this on the floor, and what happened? I stood back and bloody crushed it. If you know where I can find one, please do let me know as soon as possible. Hit me up on Instagram. I need one as soon as possible. But for the moment, we'll have to cut this up and try and get it all fitted. Car's back from PT Motorsport. Now, as I said, I wish I could have jumped in with the camera and shown you around and had a good chat with the team that had done the work to the car. Absolutely, like, phenomenal job. I've got a little bit of tidying up to do before I can get the dash back on, but other than that, there's one thing I have not shown you, and that is the motor. So, massive shout out to Hillbilly Motorsport for flying down to Hobart once again to help me rebuild this. Now, I've done something a little bit special this time, as well, I never intended it to be a show car, but apparently it is. So I did colour match a few things. So a little less talking, I'll show you the motor.
I think I need a break, don't care how long it takes. You know I hate the way you make me feel so dark. You really broke my heart, you open up my sky. I think I need a
So there we go, a bit more bling on the motor this time, just waiting for some chrome pulleys to turn up. So yeah, I spent hours upon hours trying to polish that alternator casing up, because the alternator casing is an 85 amp from the VP Commodore, but it has a V8, I think it's a VB to VC internal guts, which is 110 amp. I went for it just a little bit bigger so I can obviously charge the car battery and the 300 amp hour lithium in there. So one major thing about the motor, when we're at PT Motorsport, we did kick it over, and after it was all wired, turn the fuel pump on, bang, as soon as you turn the key, whoom, and then it just didn't sound good. There was no oil pressure as well, which is what I'm struggling with now, but I've bought a few things to try and work my way around it. Last time, Hillbilly Motorsport, he done the Vaseline trick with the pump. This time I didn't do that, and probably now I'm paying for it, but there's always a few other ways to get around it, so we'll get into that now. So one other thing I still need to hook up is this Davis Craig transmission cooler. So the other one down there, that's it is a cheap one. So I finally listened to Hillbilly and went all out and bought proper one. This has got the 10-inch fan, and it's got the 30 fin cooler, so I should not have any more issues. Not that I really had transmission issues, it was more, well, everything was just heating up because I was revving the crap out of the motor at 90k an hour on the highway, so we'll get into that as well. This is possibly the last option I think I have to try and find some oil pressure. I'll show you what we've got, and I did this before with the VN motor, and that worked. I had oil pressure straight away. So I found this from all the YouTube mechanics. What we've got here is a 5 litre pump spray, like a weed killer spray bottle. That's on a hose which runs up into here, into the side of the oil pump. So what I'll do is just I will fill a little bit of oil up, and then we'll chuck that in there, pump that a few times, just keep the pressure. And then once the pressure's on there constantly, what will happen, or what should happen, is down in here, the push rods, oil should start spitting out of the top of those push rods. And once that happens, I'm pretty confident that we're going to have some oil pressure. I'm not sure what's going on at the moment, maybe an airlock or something, but we'll do this and try again. Alright, that's all hooked up. So what I've done, pump that a couple of times, and then now we just go around the other side and wait. Wait half a day for stuff to start coming out of the top of the push rods. And this side is the furthest away from the pump, so you know if this side's got oil coming out of the push rods, then definitely the other side does. So yeah, I'll just hang around, and every now and then I'll just go back over and pump the bottle, make sure I keep that pressure up. Alright, so this one at the end, I just heard a pop noise, so there's obviously that air coming through, that it's under pressure. I've been waiting for about a minute, 2 minutes now, and I just went over and pumped the bottle back up. But it's the waiting game. It's alright. Alrighties. Let's see what happens, eh? Fuel pump's been primed. As you see at the moment, 3 PSI. Up to 76. It does need a new O2 sensor, so that's probably why it's running like crap at the moment, but we'll get one of them tomorrow and bolt everything else on. I still need to put radiator, coolant pipe, thermostat, the pulleys. Oh, look what I got today. Bloody hell. I'm like a fat kid in the candy store. That's for the alternator, the front fan piece. I've got bits and pieces around everywhere. I got that excited, but check out the pulley, power steering pulley. Oof. You can almost do your bloody haircut or have a shave with this thing. Same as water pump pulley, nice and chrome. I've got the coolant outlet. I've polished all that up too. Blue hoses. What else? What else? We got some pulley for the alternator. That's done in nice chrome as well, and just some chrome brackets. So yeah, look at that. Hey, Who's just when I thought I wouldn't build a show car. All right, there goes another half a day driving around for parts. But it was well worth it. Ran into a couple of knowledgeable people and yeah, just trying to diagnose some issues. First things first, I went and bought a VP harmonic balancer and a VP crank angle sensor. Now, what is currently in there is off the VN Series 1. I assumed VN, VP, Series 1, Series 2, not many changes, but yeah, they are. What I really should have done at the start is pull the VN Series 1 out and sold it, and then just bought everything brand new for the VP Series 2, because now that's what I've done. So, and I've torn the VN Series 1 motor apart and I can't sell that anymore. It's in bits and pieces. Because originally I pulled the VN motor apart because I wanted to use the cam, but the cam don't fit the Series 2 because they've got different flange on the front, and so that's where it all started. But yeah, anyone that's changed a harmonic balancer knows what I'm up for, and I know it's an absolute rubbish job, so I'm going into it a little bit more calmer, not 2 days into a 2-hour job. So what I've got to do from here is pretty much take the pulleys back off, take the thermo fan off the front, take the radiator out, so then I can get in underneath and yank on that balancer bolt, and I probably have to get a pulley to pull that off to replace the crank angle and then put the new balancer on. So there goes the rest of my day. Alright, so far so good. Got the radiator out. I'll show you why I took it out. I'm pretty sure I've shown you guys before, but this is how much room. So I've had to take the coil pack off, DFI module, and now I've got plenty of room in there so I can get this big bolt off. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if I do have the three claw pulley thing. Doesn't matter, we'll work it out. If I have to go buy one to do one job, so be it. We're on a roll. Yes, I won. I won. What a pain in the ass these things are to take off. Okay, now the scary part. Did I put everything back together the way it should be? We're about, say, 2.5, 3 hours in. Radiator's back in. All the pulleys are on, but no belt connected at the moment. I have put the standard VP DFI module and the standard coil packs on, and now obviously down the bottom there it's got the VP harmonic balancer and the crank angle sensor. Shit, here we go. Alright, back to 3 psi oil pressure. What is going on? What is going on? Okay, let's break down what happened. So, first things first, this has got absolutely nothing to do with PT Motorsport. Now, what actually happened? Well, let's start with PT Motorsport said to me so many times, I need the motor complete, ready to go, 100%, so we can test anything and everything. And guess what? The motor wasn't ready. So what could they test? Not much, except for when they've done all their wiring, they've checked all of that, and that'll come back magic. So what actually happened is when I brought the car home and I started putting all the pulleys and stuff on, and I finally connected the alternator up, when I kicked it over, it was fine. I was starting to lose a little bit of oil pressure, so I was like, oh, what's going on? So I flicked it off, but the amount of power that was coming back through the alternator was keeping the system alive. As you'd seen there, well, first things first, I took the fuel pump fuse out, and it was running for about 2 minutes without fuel. I don't get that at all, but it was. And then I took the positive terminal off, and it was still running. The only way I could cut it out was to remove the DFI plug from the coils, and then it just killed the whole motor. So I'm glad I had a way to turn it off. And then I rang PT the next day and I said, hey mate, what do you think might be the issue? So they made me up a diode from the back of the alternator to the key. I've tested it now and it does what it should. And that's exactly what they would have done if the car was complete and in the shop. So as I said, they've done a phenomenal job. The wiring, it just looks so neat. I'm so impressed, and like when I'm at a car show or whatever and the passenger seat is up and you can see the motor, it's not just the motor that looks good, it's the wiring that goes with it that just tops the whole motor off. So now, why was it running like crap? As my old mate Hillbilly Motorsport said, some people just need to step away from the tools. Anyways, so it was running like crap, and I'm like, what in the world's going on? So I picked up my VN Series 1 ECU, plugged that in, bang, started up, ran fine. So then I was starting to think, oh, something must be wrong with the Mace chip that's in there. I contacted them and I said, oh, do you know what? Can you send me all the install instructions again? And I had a look at a couple of the photos. There's one bit that goes in that you cannot stuff up, but there's another bit that goes on the back and you can put that on the wrong way. And that's exactly what I did. So now it runs mint. Well, I should show you, I did just come back from the shop. I needed a couple of things. We got the elbow for the coolant and stuff like that, because I can finally start running some heat cycles through this thing. I've always got good amount of oil pressure, just like this. Okay. And as I said, what more do you want, hey? Nice, neat wiring job, chips fixed. Let's get this coolant stuff on because I really want to run this up the temp. Can't wait. There we go, first heat cycle done. Just a couple of little coolant leaks that I've had to tighten some bolts up. And I guess we just run it back and do it again. See if there's any more leaks and then just go from there. Hey, not bad for L300, just monitoring stuff, keeping an eye out. Got the old torch. Everything's looking pretty good so far. Alright, well, I hate this bit because trying to get that big seat and the center console in, don't look too close, but I have marked the side of the door once before. Can be a bit awkward. lucky I've got some little muscles to help. There we are. Passenger seat is in. Man, this is all getting too real now. I knew this feeling from when it was on the road just before this second rebuild, or the final rebuild, because I'm not doing this again. Obviously the old 10-inch slimline kicker is there as well. The good thing about that is when I'm at like a car show or whatever, that sub will usually be held back by the other, by the driver's seat. But then still, I can lift this up and then sit that under there so everyone can have a good look at that blue and chrome motor. But look at this. I was at Melbourne Fall Drive Show last year, show and shine competition. Look what some clown did. Look at this. They went out of their way to scratch off the T. Bloody Fruit Loop. Anyways, this is, if it was you. Anyways, I'll fix that up, reprint that. Because yes, you can look at the Buick V6, but please don't touch. I'm going to start the motor up again and listen to some good music, and I can't play it for you guys because I'll get done for copyright. So I'll see you when I see you, I guess. But driver's seat will go in. That'll be the last thing to go in because I've still got the winch cable and isolator to hook up. I've just hooked up the cable for the light bar, side lights, rear lights, and then I just got to wire in the electric windows, and there's 2 USB ports at the front here where the cable just runs up the back, so I needed this seat in here to do that. Yes. Alright, so we are on the tail end of all the jobs. The car starts, runs fine, no coolant leaks, oil temps are fine, everything's fine. I'm just, yeah, on those small little jobs. So one of them is the winch. So this is a Sabre off-road 6,000 pound winch. When it did turn up, it had this with the control box on it, and obviously that can't fit where, well, with the control box on it, obviously it can't fit inside the bull bar, so I've had to extend the cables. I'll have to try and mount this somewhere up under the car. It does look fully waterproof. I bloody hope it's waterproof. Because I won't have an actual box for this to sit in, so that's why I've extended these cables. They all connect up to this, and then I've got a big a much bigger power wire from the battery. This was the original power wire. I think that's like a 8 gauge, I think, and then this is a 2 gauge, so we went a little bit bigger. That's all wired up. I'll slide this in now, see if I can bolt the winch in, and then I suppose power it up, see if it works. Well, we are almost done, ready to get out. So as you see, cut a hole in the top, access that clutch. And then turn this bad boy on. Hell yeah. So happy. Right at the end of the build now. There's honestly really not much left to do. So some other quick little jobs I've got to do. Made up some new stickers to the back as before, or even as you can see here. The channel used to be Tassie Unleashed, now we're just Mr. L300. And I made this QR code this time with the white backing, so if a passenger gets out their phone, which has happened a fair bit, and they want to record or something, they can at least maybe capture the QR code while they're in the passenger seat, not the driver's seat. And then I can't really see it. I've got Mr. L300 and all of the social media symbols. They'll go on the back there as well. So I'll do this one first because I have to take this back off. There we go. Just triple checking that that's not on the piss, because I'm not. But I did measure down from the top of the canopy, so looks pretty good. I've got the other one at the top. I'm just about run out of jobs. We are ready to chuck this thing in drive and drive out the driveway. I've only got a couple of weeks left before the big lap. Wow, about bloody time, eh? Other than that, thanks for watching this extremely long last episode of the full rebuild. It is back on the road. Finally. Next video, it will be nothing but camping trips, getting out and about, using this thing as it was meant to be. So once again, thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one.